I have been asked many times this year what I will miss most about no longer playing.
Breathe in deep. Breathe in the history. Breathe in the greatness. Breathe in the magic. Breathe in the wonderful, musty, heavy, non-air conditioned, non-sanitized nectar of the garden. For 7 decades, this building is where little boys and girls' dreams really could come true. As I thought about how much this place means to me and how ridiculous this attachment, even devotion, can seem to those that do not have the wonderful good fortune to grow up with this hallowed hall, I asked myself, okay, why is it so wonderfully special? How can I share this with all of you? Maybe it's because I have memories of the garden, boyhood memories of the garden, that are more vivid than things that happened to me just a few weeks or even a few days ago. Or because every person that came here felt like they had their own personal relationship with the garden. It spoke to you. It touched you at your very core. Its seats hovered so very close that you became almost at one with the action. You didn't just view it, you felt it. You were truly a part of it. You lived it. Going to a game at the Garden was a rite of passage for children, for new residents, even for tourists. Those of us that went regularly would cast a knowing nod to the just initiated as they gazed up at the rafters and screamed with their new brethren. They had been touched by the magic. They could now begin to understand how very special it was. Maybe it's because it's so real and so raw that it reaches out and shapes you and demands that you participate. Maybe it's because it's been such a wonderful friend, full of flaws and imperfections, but with a heart and soul that you simply can't resist. Maybe it is the most vivid reminder we have left of when sport was still a contest and not simply a performance. It was the home of sports heroes like Orr and Russell. The heroes of the Garden became almost as one with the Garden. Sports at its rawest, sports at its most exciting, sports at its very, very best. Today, we will all make a passage through time, brought here by a common bond of affection. Today, we will honor this old barn. Today, we will walk in the steps of our heroes. Today, we will feel their greatness. Today, we will touch the past. Today, we will make memories that will last a lifetime. For a small place, it made it all so much bigger than life. It made sport truly sublime. So I know people don't have a cup of me here, but I want to make a toast anyway. We'll make believe. Just like we're going to make believe we're going to play basketball. To the Garden, may your memory live through all of sporting time.
Boston Garden history sells for big money. At 11, we may have uncovered the ultimate Celtics fan. The online auction of the Boston Garden's old parquet floor ended just a few hours ago, and a Boston man made the biggest bid for a prized piece of sports history. News Center 5's Kelly Tuthill just spoke with him, and she's live now in Boston. Kelly?
Well, Heather, it's clear from spending a few minutes with him, Bobby Sager has a big soft spot in his heart for the Boston Garden. So what would someone do with this? Well, he thinks he's going to share it with some charities so they can use it for fundraising events, but this guy loves the Garden and he loves the Celtics. Now, I somehow think his friends will not be surprised by this latest conversation piece. We had a chance to look around his place here in Boston for a few minutes. He showed us another interesting conversation piece he has in his home. Instead of a regular bathroom like the rest of us have, he actually has one of those lavatories from an airplane in place of a bathroom. So certainly this won't surprise anybody who knows this gentleman. Reporting live in Boston, I'm Kelly Tuthill, News Center 5 Tonight.
We'll talk to the guy who paid big bucks in an online auction.
New at 11, a piece of Boston sports history sold to the highest bidder tonight. It's center court of the old Boston Garden parquet, the spot featuring the famed Celtics leprechaun. WBC's David Robichaux just spoke to the Boston sports fan who doled out big money. He joins us live from Boston. David?
Joe, his name is Bobby Sager. We're just a few blocks from his penthouse apartment. He could be known as the ultimate Boston sports fan. Tonight, he shelled out more than $300,000 for a prime piece of memorabilia.
I want to allow charities to take it and use it for fundraising.
And a Celtics fan pays big money for a famous piece of parquet.
This is Fox 25 News at 10.
$300,000. The answer is the parquet center court from Boston Garden. That's the section with the leprechaun logo. It now belongs to this man. He is Bob Sager, a Boston venture capitalist.
The Boston-based financier has bought a piece of Boston Celtics history. Bob Sager bid more than $330,000 for 16 panels of the famed Boston Gardens parquet floor, including the part with the famous leprechaun logo on it. The floor was built during World War II for $11,000. That parquet floor carried the Celtics through 16 NBA championships. Sections of it are being auctioned off online, but not that one anymore.
No.
This is an amazing story. This past June, via an internet auction, the Celtic parquet was sold to Bostonian Bobby Sager for $331,000. There are some details of the famed parquet, and we talked to Bobby and asked him why he bought this floor, and he said it was a vision. It was a vision that made him make the deal.
And this is going to sound weird, but I had a dream, and in my dream, Jack Nicholson and a bunch of people from Los Angeles bought the floor, and they're having a bonfire burning up the parquet outside the Forum or whatever stadium in LA, and that was the thing that triggered it for me. You know, I didn't think that was really going to happen.
But the message was clear to Bobby that someone had to step up and be the keeper of the famed parquet floor.
You know, look at that leprechaun and think about what that leprechaun has, in a sense, seen.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Oh my, this place is going crazy.
It's a great reminder to me of, you know, all the things that really turned me on to sports.
Bobby grew up in Malden and loved going to the old Garden.
I was probably 8 or 9 years old, the first game I went to, and absolutely struck by it, struck by the energy that I felt when I walked into the arena. I remember being 12 years old or so and starting one of my first business enterprises, which was buying and reselling tickets. I think the technical term is scalping.
Was also an international philanthropist. He's an amateur photographer who has exchanged his business lifestyle for one of charity. He and his family have been traveling to third world countries, establishing scholarships and building schools. He wants to use the famed parquet for charitable causes as well.
When charities have functions, there'd be opportunities to take a photograph on it, to shoot baskets on it.
If you would like to use the floor for your charitable organization, please call the Sager Foundation. The number is on the screen at 617-669-0732. And we salute Bobby Sager for all the good that he is doing. And he is a big-time Celtic fan. As a matter of fact, he rented the Boston Garden and played the last basketball game in the Boston Garden. And when he did that, he raised money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And if you're a Laker fan, you are not allowed on the parquet floor.